Two of the more lucrative segments in Canada are the minivan and sport utility categories, at least from a manufacturer's perspective. Now, while Hyundai bailed on bringing a minivan to North America, they certainly didn't with the sport utility vehicle. This week on Test Drive, we take a look at the all-new Hyundai Sante Fe.
So where were you 17 years ago when Graham Fletcher was checking out the brand new out-of-the-box Sante Fe? And I thought it was interesting that along with SUVs, minivans were very popular. Boy, have times changed. Well, right now you're looking at the 4th generation 2019 Sante Fe. This replaces the Sante Fe Sport. It's a 5-seater. But if you're looking for the 7-seater, the XL, well, you can still buy it in the showroom, but it's the 3rd generation. You see, I'm getting confused. Let's see if Hyundai Canada can add a little clarity to my situation.
Yeah, so this is the replacement for the Sante Fe Sport. We're just calling it the Sante Fe this time around. We still have the Sante Fe XL, which is the 7- and 8-seater version of the vehicle. Next year we'll be due for a redo. And at that time, we'll probably use a different name. So the Sante Fe Sport becomes the Sante Fe, and then we'll think about what the next one should be called.
We have the 2.4 standard and the 2 entry trims, which is the same carryover from the last model, and the 2-liter turbo, which is available in the preferred and is standard in the luxury and ultimate. And what is really new for this car is the transmission. We have an 8-speed transmission now that's the standard in all models, which really makes the difference, not only in terms of performance, but also in terms of fuel economy.
Diesel is a very interesting market opportunity. We're following it very closely, seeing where Canadian market requirements are going from a consumer perspective, so we're keeping a close eye on it. As you know, the Sante Fe does have a diesel variant in other parts of the world, so if the market is ripe and it makes sense, of course, we'll follow really quickly and meet that demand.
Elsewhere, the vehicle comes loaded. Power locks, windows, mirrors, cruise control, air conditioning, and a decent-sounding radio. But therein lies the rub. The buttons for all of those power items and the climate controls and even the sundry switches at the top are enormous. When you get to the radio, the buttons are about the size of the end of a blunt pencil.
Needless to say, the interior of this new Sante Fe looks, well, almost futuristic compared to what it looked like back in 2001. And, you know, Graham was right about the radio, but except for the radio and maybe a CD player, that's about all you had. It was pretty simple. Today, well, I'll tell you, this Sante Fe is a good example. It is simply loaded with all sorts of technology to keep you safe as well as keep you connected. I'm driving right now the optional 2-liter turbo. All trims come with an 8-speed transmission. Comfortable ride, lots of cargo space. The seats fold down flat. We've also got a different drive mode select. That helps you get the best performance as well as the best fuel economy. So all of this wonderful technology, now you just have to learn how to use it. So my suggestion is this: if your salesman doesn't have the time to tell you about it, or you don't have time to hang around and learn about it, this is what you do. Open up the glove compartment and start reading.
We're extremely pleased to present a product that we think will hit the heart of the market from both the product perspective, technology, telematics, safety, which is extremely important in this segment, and of course, being a Hyundai, having a really good value proposition associated with it.
Now, I grew up as the eldest of 4 kids. We spent a lot of time driving around in my dad's station wagon, no airbags, no seat belts, and we all survived. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying those are the good old days. I mean, today's technology, especially when it comes to active safety, is simply incredible. What I don't understand are the numerous reports these days of parents leaving their children and or their pets in the car, sometimes leading to death. I think sometimes the parents are spending too much time being connected. However, Hyundai is joining other car makers and hopefully avoiding that kind of situation. With this technology, if you lock the car and leave and it senses any movement in the back seat, it will sound the horn, the lights, and it will contact you on the phone, which you may already be on. You know, good for Hyundai, but it's sad that we even have to do these kinds of things. Now, the other technology they brought in is to hopefully have safe exit out of the back seat. You know, you park your car, and you tell people in the back, be careful, look for oncoming traffic. This technology will sense after you've parked if there is any oncoming traffic, and it will lock the doors. That I like.
Sante Fe has been the flagship of the company. It's done tremendously well, and if we look at the opportunity within the segment and the way we're going to market from a whole package perspective, we're absolutely confident we'll have a winner. We'll grow our share in the segment, and we look beyond that and continue to establish ourselves as not only a growing company, but reaching segment leadership.
Bottom line on the brand new Sante Fe, hey, it's come a long way, baby, since the first one we drove 17 years ago, as it should have. But this fourth generation, without a doubt, is the best one yet. Nice ride, like that 2-liter turbo. They've got all the bells and whistles when it comes to technology, and I think it's the best looking Sante Fe to date. However, your host is getting a little weary of this segment, and that's not a knock on this vehicle. I'm a car guy, and that includes station wagons. However, 70% of Canadians, that's you, are either choosing a CUV or an SUV. So if automakers have learned one thing, the customer is always right.